Hello, I'm Locum23, and you're joining me for Open Heart, Second Year, Chapter 15, Do No Harm. A few days later, you walk through the corridor with the subdued Esme. I want you to do an abdominal ultrasound on Mr. Horowitz. What would you do next? If we see gallstones, I'd schedule a surgical consult. If we don't, I'd perform an endoscopic ultrasound to beat... Oh no. Esme stops dead in her tracks as Naveen steps off the elevator with Levy's parents and a woman you don't recognize. Mr. Coates' eyes narrow as he sees Esme. What is she still doing here? Let Naveen handle it. She should be in prison for what she did. You stand quietly by as Naveen attempts to defuse the situation. I knew it must be a shock to see Dr. Ortega, but the hospital board is still examining the circumstances of the case. Until then, she'll remain at work until close supervision. All I want to know is why. Why did you do it? Esme, don't say anything. Agreed. Mr. and Mrs. Coates, we should not be speaking with Dr. Ortega. Naveen gives you a troubled look as he escorts Levy's parents down the hall. The other woman lingers. You're Dr. Casey Valentine. Dr. Ortega's resident? That's me. I'm guessing you're, the Coates lawyer. Got it in one. I'll be seeing you soon. She continues up the hall, heels clicking on the linoleum. You look back to Esme and find her hiding her face beneath her hair. So, I'll do the, abdominal ultrasound. Esme, forget the case for a second. What are you doing with all this? Esme swallows and meets your eyes. Fresh tears cling to her eyelashes. I can take it. Esme, I know you can, that's not what I asked. How are you feeling? Like hell? Which isn't even half of what I deserve. Don't say that. Why? It's true. I deserve whatever's coming to me for what I did to Levy. Esme walks away before you can reassure, wiping her eye furiously on her sleeve. You sigh and head for the nurse's station. On the way, you hear a weak voice calling from inside one of the rooms. Is anyone there? Please help. I'm here to... Oh. Ethan's mother lies in the bed, drenched in sweat and visibly shaking. She's deathly pale, the whites of her eyes red with a visible network of veins. There's an ivy connected to her arm and a dry crust of vomit at her lips. Please, it hurts. It hurts so much. Heroin withdrawal. She's definitely not lying about the pain she must be feeling right now. It says you're already been prescribed ibuprofen for your pain. I'm afraid there's nothing more I can do. She cries out and clutches her stomach with trembling hands. It's not enough. I need morphine, please. I can't bear this. I can't. Louise, we can't prescribe morphine to someone with an opiate addiction. You understand that, don't you? Isn't there anything you could do, please? It doesn't have to be morphine, just... please help me. She clutches her stomach again and doubles over, vomiting painfully into a sick bag. Increase her dosage. Check Louise's previous dosages and see it's safe to increase it slightly. Alright, Louise. I won't give you morphine, but I will administer an extra dose of it. Thank you. It's a slow release, so you won't feel the effects immediately, but it should help a little. Very kind. You note the extra dose in Louise's chart and turn to leave. Wait. Her thin hand snakes out and catches yours. Her grip is so weak it barely feels like she's touching you at all. She stares at your ID badge. I know who you are. Please, I need your help with my Ethan. He had me admitted so I could get off drugs, but he hasn't talked to me. He won't even look at me. I just want to have a conversation with him. Just one. Could you ask him to visit me? Louise. This isn't any of my business. You gently pull your hand away. This is a family matter, and I cannot get involved. I'm sorry. Oh, I see. You step into the hall and find Ethan watching Louise through the window, standing just far enough away that she can't see him. I didn't expect to see you here. It was good of you to admit her. Good has nothing to do with it. She's a patient. We're doctors. She's entitled to 3 days of detox like everybody else. And then what? Since we got back from the resort, I've been looking for an addiction clinic to send her to that isn't a scam. Ethan doesn't take his eyes off his mother as he speaks. You look in at the thin woman. She's turned on her side, gripping her stomach. Stay out of it. It would be the perfect moment to relay Louise's message to Ethan, but you have no intention of doing so. I don't know what I'm doing here. I've gotten her the help she needs, the rest should be up to her. As he turns away, you see his eyes glisten with unspilled tears. She's suffering. It's normal to want to check on her. She deserves to, after what she did to me, to my father. She's been 25 years hurting the people who cared about her most. That may all be true, but look at her. She's not faking this. He sighs, walking away from her window. You follow him, leaving Louise behind. I keep catching myself thinking that she deserves to feel worse than this for what she did to us. But I can't let myself think like that. Nobody deserves worse. Nobody deserves better. That's not how life works. You arrive at Donahue's after work and find your roommates and Bryce already sitting in a booth. You slide in beside Aurora. What's going on, Jackie? The text you sent on earlier made this sound like a meeting than after-work drinks. It is. Don't worry, Casey. I bought you a beer. We are still at the bar, after all. We're all here now. Spill. Okay, Casey, Sienna, and I saw Declan trying to leech onto some doctors from Mass Kenmore who came over for training the other night. Yeah, he told us he's going to use partnership to get Mouse Kenmore to push Panacea drugs onto their patients as well. Well, there'll just be as many doctors willing to give up their ethics for a Panacea perks program there are as Edenbrook. Which is why we can't let them go ahead with it. Wait, I thought you were all about the perks program. What changed? She catches your eye across the table, and you know you're both thinking about the same day, when she ran into the patient at the gas station. Jackie clears her throat awkwardly. I guess I just realized that they're profiteering off of other people's misery. I don't want to be part of it anymore. I guess she's not ready to bring up that story. Fair enough, then how are we doing this? Declan Nash could teach a master class in maximizing evil without technically breaking the law. In public, he's very cautious, but they're having an annual company retreat in Vegas this weekend, and they've extended invitations to some of the doctors they've worked with, including me. Alright, I'm officially intrigued. Declan told me himself, this is where I really enter the inner circle, and learn how to make real money. That sounds dubiously legal. Exactly. I've spent some time with him, and I guarantee you, a few drinks in, and he and his scumbag friends will be bragging about the ways they're scamming the system. All we need to do is catch them on tape. And then what? Blackmail one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world? Why not? It's what they deserve. I don't know, Jackie. It feels like you're going way too far with this. I don't like Panacea any more than you do, but snapping and overreacting just causes more trouble. I wouldn't say she's snapping. You saw what happened when I blew up on Mitch. That's why I called you guys. Here, I know this is a wild plan, and I know what it could mean if I get caught. If something happens to me while I'm gone, I at least want you all to know where I was and what I was doing. You mean if something happens to us while we're gone? Uh-huh. You don't think we're gonna let you go threaten pharmaceutical royalty in Vegas on your own, do you? Yeah, you're not pulling a Vegas heist without me. If you're gonna go throw yourself into danger, I'm gonna go be there to keep you safe. What the hell? I'm into... For the good of our patients, and for Miss Martinez. You guys, this is too much. I can't let you risk your careers for me. You risked your career last year to help me get Miss Martinez a cure. This could help a hell of a lot of more people. We're behind you. Casey's right. This is bigger than us. Companies like Panacea don't just hurt individual patients. They stifle the innovation that could help the other companies find cures. Agreed. There's no talking us out of this, Jackie. Jackie shakes her head in disbelief, overwhelmed by your support. Well, and I guess it's a good thing Panacea booked me a big suite. Yay, bunk buddies. A few nights later, you and your friends pile out of the convoy cabs and gawk at the glittering Las Vegas Strip. You know, Ethan probably would have helped with this, figuring how much he hates Declan Nash. Wow. It's so pretty. Yeah, it looks really pretty. Especially this metal building in front of us. It really does look just like it in the movies. Come on, let's get checked in. Someone will have to guide me. I think I burned my retinas looking at Excalibur. Follow me, Lancelot. Jackie leads you through the lobby to the concierge. I have a booking under Varma Jackie Varma. Ah, I see you're one of Panacea's preferred partners. Right, that's me. Jackie cringes with embarrassment as she accepts the keycard. Your jaw drops as Jackie opens the door to her sprawling luxury suite. The lights of the strip sparkle outside the panoramic windows. Oh my god. They put you in the penthouse? This is the single coolest room I've ever been in, like in my entire life. Just remember, this was all paid for with blood money. Good point. What's the plan, Jackie? Well, the kickoff was a couple hours ago, so the company higher-ups should all be into their drinks and gambling by now. We need to find opportunities to get Declan on tape saying something incriminating. Declan knows most of us by sight. Is this going to be a problem? I'm probably the one who really needs to worry. He knows I hate him, but he thinks Jackie's just another Panacea flunky. The rest of us have barely had anything to do with him. If he recognizes us, we can always pretend we went in on the perks. So let's get dressed and down to business. Your friends open their suitcase and pull out their outfits, peeling off to change in the suits. Several bathrooms. Are you getting changed, Casey? What am I gonna wear? A sultry red dress? I am now. The bathroom's free. You open your suitcase, looking critically at your options. Okay, I said sultry red dress. And I was trolling. Wow. Okay. Your friends stare at you as you emerge from the bathroom. Damn, Casey. Why do you look like you're from the 1980s in Miami, Florida? I repeat, damn. I like yours as well. I think Declan will be able to recognize me in this. No way. That's pure bond. And you look like you're ready to sip martinis and save the world. You do as well. And that's exactly what I plan to do. Come on, let's find a way to get Panacea's dirty claws out of our hospitals. You and your friends head down to the casino floor. Your senses are dazzled by the glittering gowns, flashing lights, and ringing bells. We should spread out and sweep the floor for Declan. Keep it casual. Act like you belong here. Good thing I do belong here. Yeah, the rest of us look so good. I think we should actually absorb high skills by osmosis. Focus, guys. We're on a mission here. See? High screw. You and your friends separate and make your way slowly across the casino floor, as if you're taking it all in. A familiar smarmy smile catches your eye by the poker tables. Well, the question is he drunk? Signal the others. You stretch your arms overhead, hoping it's enough to get the attention of a few of your friends. Listen, you're in that dress. If it doesn't grab their attention enough, I don't know what to tell you. You slide in a seat of a nearby slot machine as Sienna leans casually against a column, and Aurora positions herself at a next table. We have you surrounded, Declan. You peer out from behind the slot machine where Declan stands with another man. You concentrate until you can make out their voices above the fur of the casino. It sounds like Solomon Health is having as good a year as we are. Are the rumors true about your plans for vertical integration? Solomon Health. I know that name. You hold the slot lever and lean further out, trying to get a better look, and then the slot machine whirls to life, cycling through cherries, diamonds, lemons, until 3 golden 7s line up. Jackpot? Hey, you're a lucky winner. Slot machine flashes and screams with the wind. Coins start spewing loudly from the machine. Oh, give me a goddamn break. We're in a casino. He's immune to this shit, let's be honest. Casey? You panic as Declan looks curiously in your direction. Declan Nash, is that you? Rar squeezes in beside Declan, taking his attention off of you for a critical moment. Dr. Emery, what are you doing here? My aunt was issued an invitation, but couldn't attend. I'm here to represent the family. Oh, and you work for Mass Kenmore now, I believe. What a fortunate coincidence. I have to get out of here before he notices me. I mean, whatever. Be discreet. Carefully turning away from the blaring machine, you slink through the crowd of onlookers directly past Declan. Did you just leave a fortune behind? I'm gonna throw something. Casey, what the hell just happened? Did he see you? I don't think so, but I did get some weird looks from the other gamblers. Yeah, you just hit 777s and you walked away from him. I'd give you weird looks too. Did you find anything out? Only that Solomon Health is making moves into vertical integration. Right. Does anyone know what that means? It's when a company owns its own supply chain. It's a way for Solomon Health to create a monopoly. Which doesn't help us deal with Panacea Labs. We'll have to try again. At least we know where he is now. You look back to the poker table and see him laughing with a very professional-looking woman. That's Charlotte St. Vives. She's Panacea's CEO. Declan and Charlotte split up. Jackie's eyes follow Declan as you watch Panacea's CEO head for the sports book, wobbling a little as she goes. Come on, let's follow Declan. Declan's a slime bag, but he's just a cog in the wheel, in the machine. If you find anything on him, Panacea will just fire him and move on. But if you get dirt on the CEO and prove that the rot goes all the way to the top, you could take down the whole company. Yeah, good luck. How would we get a CEO to spill her company's secrets? We could follow her in a sports book. It's private in there. She looks like she's already had a few. If we gamble her with her for a while, we might earn her trust and get her talking. Follow Charlotte in the sports book for the chance to earn her trust and take down Panacea Labs once and for all. Right, we're gonna take down Panacea Labs. Okay. I'm off with Araya. Let's see if we can cut the head off this beast once and for all. I think I'll keep an eye on Declan. Why don't you tail him while the rest of us work on Charlotte? There's no way she'll recognize us. I'll come with you, Jackie. Declan Nash wouldn't know me from a bar of soap. Good plan. We'll meet back here later. Good luck, everyone. You, Aurora, Santa, and Elijah head in the sportsbook area. Giant screens fill the walls displaying live games and player statistics. There she is. Charlotte sits on a luxurious couch, staring up at a game of ice hockey. She swirls a tumbler of clear liquid and ice in one hand. Everybody act natural. You don't think we should act as suspiciously as possible? We smirk at Aurora, and then you and the others join Charlotte on the couch. Yes, Nick Law is playing tonight. We gotta put some money on him. Where do we place our bets? I've never been in a sports book this nice before. Now Charlotte, glancing curiously over, she taps her betting screen. There's a screen on the arm of the chair. At Charlotte's eye and smile. Thanks. We're clearly not from around here. What brings you to Vegas? We're in town for a business conference. This city is overrun with conferences. Tell me, which one is yours? It's a legal conference. We're associates at the same firm. I've never seen such a happy crop of lawyers. You must be new. It's our second year. Are you here on business also? Oh, darling, I'm on business everywhere I go, but yes, I'm here with Panacea Labs. I think I've heard of them. They make medicine, right? Are you a doctor? God, no, I'm the CEO, Charlotte St. Vice. Let your jaw drop as you shake your hand. Wow. Charlotte smiles and takes a long sip from her drink. Always a pleasure to meet fellow sports fans. Honestly, we were just hoping to lose our money a little more slowly. How about you? Is your team playing? My team, no. I don't have a favorite, nor a favorite sport, for that matter. Then why? Most people here throw away their money at paper cards and plastic dice. I prefer my wagers far more human. Humans make mistakes. They're unpredictable, and with every game, their lives and futures hang in the balance. You make it sound so exciting. She signals to a server for another drink and turns her screen towards you. You see a sports reporter interviewing a sweaty but confident college basketball player in the locker room during halftime. Tell me, what do you make of him? That's Antonio Morrison. Last I checked, he was leading the league in PPG. He's an absolute monster. That explains why the bookmakers have an over-under on him of 15.5 points in the second half. Think he can do it? Do I think he can score more than 15 points between now and the end of the game? That's the bet. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on which way to go. You take a closer look at the screen and notice Morrison winces as he brings his knee towards his chest in an improvised stretch. Elijah leans over and whispers to you. Do you see his face as he stretches in his iliopsoas? Classic sign of hip flexor strain. Or maybe he's just sore from playing 2 hours of basketball. Halftime is about to end. What is it going to be, sports fans? Am I betting over or under? I think Morrison will score under 15 points. So be it. Your eyes widen as Charlotte submits her bet mere seconds before the game resumes. Did you just bet $100,000 based on my suggestion? Exciting, isn't it? You and your friends watch the rest of the game on the edge of your seats, but by the fourth quarter, Morrison begins to lose steam, falling short of 16 points before the final buzzer. He did it. I mean, he didn't do it, but we did it. I mean, she did it. Very good. Now, what do you say we push our luck? I'm not sure. You just lost or won a lot of money. Oh, please, I'm here for adventure, not receipts. There's a football match about to start. The Bolts versus the Miners. That's not a match. Even the Bolts are the best team out there. I don't follow football at all. That's why bookmarkers have them a 17-point spread. So they have to beat the Miners by at least that much to pay out? You've got it. You watch two Bolt players throw a ball back and forth on the screen to warm up before the game. Looks like the Bolts quarterback is playing again. He was out for a few days, following a rotator cuff contusion. Just a few days? That's definitely on the short end of the recovery time for that sort of injury. Maybe too short. Sure, but he doesn't look like he's in pain, and they do employ their best physical therapist in the biz. The bits have to be in. What will it be? This is a flip it. This is I mean, screw it, we're betting with her money, so we'll win by at least 17 points. Charlotte types in her latest bet. Another 6-figure gamble. Honestly, it's just a guess. Charlotte winks at you and submits her bet before you can finish. Go Bolts? You settle in as the referee calls the coin toss. Do people usually feel this anxious watching football? No wonder I've never become a sports fan. You watch the game unfold over the next couple hours. It's an absolute blowout. Whoa, Bolts beat the Miners 50-18. Woo! It wasn't even close. I knew I was right to trust your brilliant advice. So, exactly how much did you just win between those two bets? Charlotte gives you and Sienna a sly smile and checks her watch. Enough to buy you all a round of drinks, at the very least. Come find me at the nightclub in the MGM Grand. I'll have a bottle of Château de Quim waiting for you. We'll be there. Charlotte teeters away to rejoin the convention. We did it. Let's find Jackie and Bryce and get to the MGM Grand. You and the others arrive at the nightclub just in time to see Declan, Charlotte, and a few other Panacea head honchos skip the line and head inside. That line looks like it'll take an hour to get through. At least. We can't wait that long. So let's find a way to get past that bouncer. Oh, it's not the usual bouncer? It's just sadness. They switched it up. We could try to... You literally don't even have to lie to him. You could literally say you're with Charlotte Yves. Just saying. Flirt with him. Wish me luck. Saunter up to the bouncer and give him a smile. Hey, handsome. The bouncer's gaze trails over your body. You lightly run a finger down the length of his forearm. What can I do for you? You step forward and whisper into the man's ear. His eyes go wide as he pulls aside the rope, allowing you and your friend through. What did you say to him? Let's just say I have used my medical training to be very specific about certain aspects of our respective anatomies. The nightclub pulses with people and music. The place actually has a great vibe. That's not why we're here. Where's Charlotte? Over there. Look across the club and see Declan and Charlotte together in the VIP section. Can we, drug him? I need a second to get my phone ready. Casey, come with me. She grabs you and pulls you towards the bathroom. Listen, I know what goes on with women in bathrooms, okay? Especially in clubs. We not? Jackie opens a stall door. Oh, well, this is happening. Charges inside. You follow her, locking the door behind you. She pulls out her phone, hand shaking as she swipes at the screen. I downloaded an app that filters out background noise, so we can nail that bastard to the wall. I just need to get it set up. Here, let me help. You take the phone as Jackie leans against the wall, body tense, her eyes burn with fury. We need to find something on him, Casey. I need him to suffer. Hey, take a deep breath. I don't have time for that, Casey. Well, then I guess you'll die of oxygen deprivation. Declan is out there right now making deals that will kill, literally, people. He deserves to lose everything. Whoa, where's all this coming from? No offense, but you're getting pretty intense right now. Why do you want this so bad? Jackie kicks at the wall and then hangs her head. Another moment passes and her shoulders drop. When she looks up again, her eyes are glistening. I guess because this is the only way I can make it right. You see the hurt streaking across her face. It's all she can do not to cry. Look at me. Don't you get it, Casey? I let them buy me off because I was desperate, and I hate myself for it. I can blame Declan all I want, but at the end of the day, I was the one who was too weak to take a stand. It's not all on you. They're a multinational behemoth, Jackie. It is on me. You know what ruining that woman at the gas station got me? A gift card for groceries. I can't sleep. I just keep going over cases trying to figure out if I prescribe Panacea medication because it was just necessary or because I convinced myself it was. Oh, Jackie. You're a victim here, too. I was weak. No. You were taken advantage of. Declan knows how to target desperate people, and that includes doctors. You can't keep punishing yourself for a crime of being vulnerable. You hand back the phone and the app, ready to record. Now, let's go make sure he never gets to prey on any more patients or doctors. Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it? But there will always be another person to take his place. It's an endless cycle, unfortunately. You and Jackie find the others near the dance floor. Charlotte and Declan are still talking in the VIP area. We need to get her away from Declan, or he'll ruin the whole thing. Well, they're almost out of drinks. It looks like Declan's gonna have to deal with it. When he leaves, we can distract him. Charlotte will be more likely to spill the beans if she thinks she's talking to one person in confidence. Anyway, Jackie slides the phone in your pocket. I'm too keyed up to do it. It's all on you, Casey. Oh, well, thanks. You made her all aware of how hard it is for her to hand this over. I won't let you down. I'll meet you guys on the balcony when I'm done. Moments later, Declan heads for the bar. Elijah's ready for him, crashing his wheelchair hard into his knees and spilling a glass of red wine over his slacks. Look what you've done! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Here, let me help get some soda water from the bartender. Then I can buy you a drink to make up for it. Wait, Dr. Green, what are you doing here? And is it Dr. Trin? Declan, there you are. We're actually here looking for you. You came all the way to Vegas just to ruin my suit? No, we wanted to talk about joining the Panacea Perks program. Once you're confident they have Declan's attention, you approach Charlotte with a wide smile. Charlotte, nice to see you again. You made it. Grab a glass, drinks are on me. Cheers. You clink your glass against Charlotte's and take a tiny sip as she throws back half the glass. I think I'm still in shock from the time in the sports book. Oh, you mean the bets I placed. I forgot the sums can seem shocking to others. You have to admit, it was a lot to gamble. True, but humans are designed to thrive on adrenaline, and the greater the risk, the greater the payoff. Charlotte seems like a risk junkie. Maybe if I invent a story to one-up her, I can get her to show more of her hand. I couldn't agree more, which is why... I once impersonated a doctor. I was at a mall, someone yelled for a doctor, man was choking, no one else stepped forward, so I just lied. But he could have died! He could have, but he didn't. Still, my heart was racing so hard, I thought I was gonna break out of my chest. What did you do? No, it felt like a scene from a movie, so I did what they do in the movies. I gave him the Heimlich maneuver. At least I think that was the Heimlich maneuver. It worked anyway. Bloody lawnmower. Unbelievable. You remind me of myself at your age. I was once snuck into a lion exhibit at the Atlantic Zoo. No way. You got out in one piece? They're just big kitties at the end of the day. One time in high school, I filled 100 empty beer bottles with water and sold them to a local frat. Charlotte snorts. That's literally child's play. Call me when you increase your company's quarterly profits 60% by inflating the wholesale prices of most of used drugs. Holy crap. That sounds like a textbook Medicare fraud. I need to get her to keep talking. You're making that up. How would that even work? Easy. We officially price the product at 10 times retail when Medicare pays for it. It pays us the full amount, and we just offer it at a 90% wholesale discount at all of our other buyers. Charlotte grins and raises an unsteady finger to her lips. Hush, hush, of course. Okay, that officially blows me out of the water. I bow down to the Queen. Damn right you do. More champagne? Yes, but first I need to use the bathroom. I'll be back in a flash. You smile down and wave as you head off, and taking the first opportunity to hurry upstairs to the balcony where your friends are waiting. Hush, hush, of course. Oh my god. She could go to jail for this. This is amazing. You did it. I should have known. Listen, Declan. Hi, how are you? Psst, hey, how are you? What are you doing up here? I knew something was up with the moment Dr. Green and Dr. Trim started hounding me about the perks program. Just then, Elijah and Sienna rush in behind Declan. Declan, you said you were just stepping outside for a quick phone call. You really are such amateurs. Now give me that phone. Jackie hurriedly drops the audio file into a text message, flashing the screen at Declan when she's done. In case you can't read it from there, that's my college friend who works at the New York Times. Take another step and I hit send. You're bluffing. Try me. Her finger hovers over the send button. Declan breaks out into a sweat. What do you want from me, money? Consultation job at Panacea? We can make a deal. Declan, you think this is about money? You think we went through all this trouble for a payout? Newsflash, not everyone is as disgustingly greedy as you are. The only thing we want is to get Panacea out of Edenbrook and Kenmore for good. Okay, I can make that happen. Just don't send that out, okay? Jackie doesn't move. If anything, her thumb creeps closer to hitting send. A realization seems to dawn in Declan's eyes. Of course, if you do send it, you won't exactly come out of this clean, will you? I don't... A story like this, it would be huge. There'd be investigations, every single payment you took from Panacea Labs would come out. Like she cares about people knowing what she did a couple of consultations. Your friends don't know, do they, Jackie? It was one of the highest perk recipients in the hospital. Go on, tell them. And your friends look to Jackie in shock. So Jackie, is that true? You said you wrote a few prescriptions. You weren't sure were necessary, not this. Doesn't this make strike two for Jackie? I'm just saying. Jackie's eyes brim with tears. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't think I was hurting anybody. Yes. That's what you all tell yourselves. Damn. What the hell, Jackie? Jackie sniffs, but doesn't take her eyes off Declan. If what you did came out, what patient would trust you? What doctor would trust you? That you weren't acting in your own interest? You'd be out of a job. And then where would you be? Jackie, we already have what we want. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. She's right. Jackie swallows and slowly lowers the phone. Declan's shoulders sag in relief. There you go. We can all walk out of here. Go on our separate ways. No harm done. Oh, no. Jackie's her entire body goes rigid. And she turns to Declan, her eyes were filled with fire. But there was harm done. You need to pay for it. And so do I. No! Jackie hits send, a humorless smile curling her lips, as the swishing sound effect confirms it all to you. Payback's a bitch, isn't it? You idiot. What? Awfully nice of Pixelberry to crash the app in the middle of a playthrough. What am I moving on? You idiot, what have you done? You could have had anything. We'd have given you anything. All I want is to be able to sleep at night again. With nothing left to say, Declan turns and runs like the world depends on him. You and your friends head back into the club and watch from above as Declan races back to the VIP area. He's warning them. It won't do them any good. Charlotte's furious shriek can almost be heard over the music. You watch satisfied as she and the other execs make a hasty exit with Declan on their tail. She's watched you as they near the door and turns, body pulsing with fury. You traitor, how could you? How could we? You're defrauding millions of people. Speaking of, looks like you're going to have to start placing slightly smaller bets, Charlotte. With that, she stormed out of the club, practically frothing. And you turn back to your friends. How dare you insult coffee with frothing jokes? Jackie? Yeah. I'm really proud of you. Me too, nose wiper. You did good. And me. What you did, it took a lot of guts. Jackie, I'm proud of you too. Whatever you did before, you've more than made up for it. I agree. You're a brave, strong woman, Jackie. Jackie's eyes brim again. She wipes her eyes and smiles. I don't know if I agree with any of you, but thanks. So, what do we do now? Go home and wait for the headlines to? Are you serious? We're in Vegas and we're watching Jackie kick Panacea Labs collective asses. Yeah, and I see an empty table in the VIP section with lots of champagne and a need of a good home. Let's go down there and celebrate. You and your friends commandeer the VIP table and pass the extra bottles of champagne over the barricade to the dancing clubgoers, earning a giant cheer. Oh, I love this song. Who wants to dance? Is that even a question? I think I've earned a little fun. Woo! All of you pour out on the dance floor. Buoyant with your success, Bryce moves over to you, taking your hand in his and twirling you around. Nice moves, Haley. I'm just getting started. The song's rhythm starts to infect you. Jackie moves up next to you, smiling widely. I couldn't have done this without you, you know. I've always got your back, Jackie. The three of you keep dancing. The air around you turning charged, electric. You glance up and catch Bryce looking at you, and then Jackie. She raises an eyebrow, inching closer to you as the song heats up, glancing coyly over her shoulder at Bryce. Wait, is this where we're about to bounce Chicka Wow Wow with three of them? Or, well, two of them? Look from Jackie to Bryce, listening to the pounding music and thinking of those commercials. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Head to the penthouse with Jackie, Bryce, or both together for a Vegas evening you'll never forget. Heart racing, you gesture first at Jackie and at Bryce. Both of them join you off to the side of the dance floor. So I was thinking, if you two were interested, maybe we could celebrate somewhere more private. Somewhere more... Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying? Don't pretend you've never thought about it, Scalpel Jockey. I didn't say that. Sadness, just sadness. They both look at you, running a hand down Jackie's arm. You twine your fingers through hers and draw Bryce close with the other hand. We're in Vegas. What better place? Listen, I'd rather have Elijah, really, as a love interest. I'm just saying. Dude deserves it. He's awesome. You and Jackie are already kissing as you stumble through the penthouse door. The lights of the strip paint the room in vivid stripes of red and yellow. My turn. He pulls you away, turning your head to his. You can taste the difference on his lips. Hops and malt instead of rum and strawberries. You were both amazing today. She eyes Bryce for a moment, then pulls him to her for a kiss. You can see their tongues tangling in the shiver at the idea with being with them both together. We are the only ones who risked our careers to expose those bastards. You land a kiss on the side of Jackie's neck as she pulls away from Bryce, and she turns back to you, nipping and biting your neck with a frenzy that's almost painful. It felt so good. I don't even care what happens now. Jackie, it'll all work out. No one is going to hold it against you. Yeah, not after they see what a difference you made. You both gasp, spout your reassurance between kisses. But it's hard to tell if Jackie is even listening as she hands roam down your back to cup your butt. Bryce nibbles on her earlobe from the other side. With quick fingers, Jackie unzips her dress, dropping it at her feet, smiling, eyes meeting yours. Bryce moves behind her. Jackie gasps as his hands cup her breast. Oh. What if someone else comes in? Jackie pushes you up against the door, pinning you in place as Bryce starts fumbling with your clothing. Oh, the door shut. Oh, door. Listen, moments like these, I have to add humor. I pinned Jackie to the door. You spin Jackie around so she's the one against the door. Behind you, Bryce shrugs out of his jacket and shirt. You hold it. I don't want to think about anyone but the two of you. You strip off your clothes, Jackie slides her hands under the lace cups of your bra, pinching in ways that makes you shiver. You move your mouth to her neck, sucking and teasing. You pin Jackie's wrist to the door and then moan as Bryce caresses your breasts from behind. Don't move. We don't want anyone walking in on us. You slide to your knees, tucking Jackie's underwear down as you go. Behind you, Bryce does the same to you, his strong hands caressing between your legs. Bryce. Shh. Bar Jackie's thighs, lapping eagerly as she rides against the door, leaving a slick sweat on the paint. Oh. A sharp burst of pleasure overtakes you as Bryce drives against you from behind, his skilled fingers touching everywhere until you can barely focus on Jackie's, gasping under your tongue. The sudden sound of footsteps in the hallway makes you all freeze, but as the steps continue past, your movements renew with greater urgency. They could be back any minute. Let them wait. Leaving the door, you all stumble to the nearest bed, half-heartedly kicking a suitcase in front of the door to try to block anyone from coming in. I think we should keep going. Who cares if anyone walks in? You push Bryce onto the bed and he drags you down beside him, mouth fastening greedily on yours. Jackie takes the other side, pulling you around to kiss her. You straddle Bryce, driving down hard against him as he bucks up beneath you, driving you to new heights of pleasure. Throwing a leg over Bryce's chest to face you, Jackie kisses you fiercely, tongue tangling with yours as Bryce's mouth delves between her legs. In a blur of pleasure, the three of you lose all track of time, barely even aware of the opulent suite surrounding you until the door clicks open and Sienna trips on the suitcase you left there. Oh, wait, I'll come back. Oh, wait, all three of you? Listen, Sienna, sorry we didn't ask you to join, but you can fort. Quickly, she slams the door, and you and Bryce and Jackie can't help but laugh as you roll apart from each other, sweat drying on your skin. You dress quickly and settle together on the room's squishy couch. I guess we should tell Sienna it's safe to come back in. You know she'll never look at us the same way again, right? I don't know. She sighs and her shoulders suddenly feel tight and tense where she lies against you. Sitting up, you look at Jackie in concern. Are you okay? I don't know. If you're having regrets, you don't have to worry. I'm not gonna say anything or expect a repeat. Bryce, shut the f*** up, dude. Jackie looks at him confused and smiles and gives him a light punch on the shoulder. Not everything's about you, Bryce. This was fun, but now we have to go back to our lives and everything that brought us here. Are you regretting sending out that recording? No, that's the one thing I'm sure about. I finally did the right thing, but is that really enough to make up for everything else? Jackie, you have to keep working on him. If you don't think you've done enough, keep finding ways to help. Make fighting the drug companies the focus of your career. God knows someone needs to. It should be someone better. Someone who didn't monumentally screw up in the first place. Oh, give me a break. No one like that even exists. I bet Ethan and Naveen and Harper never screwed up. Oh. If we asked them, I'm sure they'd say otherwise. How else would they have gotten so great? That's actually kind of comforting thought. Suddenly, Jackie's face cracks with a huge yawn and she rubs her eyes. I'm sorry, I haven't been able to sleep for days worrying about all this. I think maybe now I could... Got it. We'll keep everyone else away until you get some shut-eye. Sleep well, Jackie. Today was a victory. You bend down to kiss her lightly on the lips. She pulls you close, squeezing Bryce's hand in one of hers, and releases you both with a soft smile. Bryce squeezes your hand as you venture back out into the hotel, leaving Jackie already asleep on the sofa. I'm sure Sienna's blabbing right now.
Elijah, you should have seen what they were doing.
Really? Go ahead and tell me. While you sit on my lap while you tell me. What? He deserves some fun, too. Seriously, if he would have been invited, I would have taken him. A few days later, you're working your hours in Edenbrook Free Clinic. You walk a patient out of the exam room when a report on the TV waiting room catches your eye. In a follow-up on Panacea Labs scandal, the company's stock continues to plummet in the wake of Medicare fraud scheme broken by the New York Times. Naveen switches to Charlotte St. Vice and Declan Nash in handcuffs, being marched up the steps in an opposing police station.
We'll fight this!
That evidence was fake, you have nothing to go on! Receipts, dude. Receipts. People always keep the receipts.
With the CEO and several executives arrested early this morning, we can only expect this is the beginning of what will become a lengthy investigation.
Suck it, Panacea. You turn away from the TV and check your new patient. Miss Panacea Valdez?
That's me.
You blink, stunned, you recognize the attorney you saw a few days before, Levy's parents. I'm not sure it's ethical for me to treat the lawyer trying to prosecute my intern. That might be true if this were a consult, but I thought I would be a convenient way to speak to you in private. Shall we? You direct her to the exam room and close the door behind her. Panacea Valdez, actually. I think I've heard your name before. I'm guessing you've seen my medical malpractice commercials? Of course, and no offense, but there are a few doctors around here who've turned your name into a filthy word. Precisely the reputation I'd hoped to have in these parts. Now, Dr. Valentine, to business. How well do you know Esme Ortega? She's my intern. Do you know her well, then? No comment. Panacea sighs. I see. Then, Doctor, can you tell me if you're aware that Levy Coates had asked his patient or parents to let him die? No, I wasn't. What does that have to do with anything? My clients believe Dr. Ortega overdosed her son because he asked her to. I'm sure you know medically assisted suicide is illegal in the state of Massachusetts. And it shouldn't be. It should be illegal, or it should be legal all over the world. We'll get to that later. You think Esme killed Levy on purpose? It doesn't matter what I think. The question is, what do you think? Is she capable of it? Mind and heart race. You can't speak. Panacea watches you closely. We'll never know for sure, unless Dr. Ortega confesses. Maybe it was really a careless rookie mistake. Maybe not. Either way, think it over. She sees herself out. Reeling, you clock out of the clinic and head down to the lobby to get some space. Hey, see the news? Whoa, what's wrong? Is everything okay? You're about to unload Panacea's bombshell when Aurora sprints through the doors, breathless. Jackie, Casey, I came as fast as I could. What are you doing here? I had to warn you. I heard some of the bosses talking. The partnership's off. Mass Kenmore's bailing on Edenbrook. We're being acquired by Solomon Health. You think back to the man Declan was talking to at the poker table in Vegas. Oh no. Declan must have organized this on purpose. You don't think... The three of you race up to Declan's hospital office and find it empty of everything but a single post-it note stuck to the desk. Payback's a bitch, ain't it? Declan Nash has gotten his revenge by spiking the partnership between Edenbrook and Mass Kenmore. Will this be the end of Edenbrook? Keep playing to find out. So, you know what to do. It's there at the end of the screen right there. So, if I could please just have 1 minute of your time. Starting now. Oh, this one's gonna be hard. But here goes. Me and my friend
Perry in my Discord were talking about this just yesterday. And I'm sure some of you who watch my streams and pay attention to some of my comments throughout the videos are aware of my situation. I also live in a state where it is illegal. It shouldn't be. I would like to take a moment to tell you why. I will not die with dignity. I will die in a hospital bed, intubated, and drowning in my own lungs. That is my future. I should be allowed to die with dignity of my choice while I am still of right mind and my body still works before that untimely end because of my ailment. I am just a voice of many. Some cannot even speak on their own behalf. So, like I said, all I needed was 1 minute to get that point across. Hopefully, when you hear of legislation being voted on, you will vote for the right course of action. A lot of people say that it's cruel to do such a thing and to allow it, that you're taking precious minutes, hours, or days away from your loved ones. While that is true, you are not looking at this from the right perspective. You are not looking at it from the perspective of mine, as well as many other individuals. We do not want to die like that. We do not want to die without dignity. And we do not want to die where our own body is failing us. Okay? So, without further ado, thank you for watching. Keep that in mind. And have a good one. Goodbye.